Hi, listeners. Welcome back to Why Walking Matters with Science Explained. I'm Tatiana, your host. I truly appreciate your support as together we continue to grow and learn about the benefits of walking. I'd also like to shout out listeners who have been enjoying the podcast. Shout out and thank you to my loyal listeners. And welcome to new listeners from Helsinki, Skopje, New York, Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania, Fort Worth, Texas, Newark, New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, Erie, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Welcome. And remember, if you're enjoying the podcast, be kind and share with a friend. In our last episode, we talked about fueling your walks for energy and health in the new year. Today, we're tackling a goal many listeners share at this time of the year, weight loss, and how to approach it in a way that's scientific, sustainable, and enjoyable. Walking is accessible to millions, but does it really help with weight loss? Short answer, yes, when paired with smart nutrition and a consistent plan. Let's break down what science actually says about it. Let's first ground ourselves in the basic science of weight loss. Weight loss equals calorie deficit. That means you burn more energy than you take in over time. Walking helps increase the calories outside of the equation, but exercise alone is rarely enough for significant weight loss unless it contributes meaningfully to that deficit. A reader asks MayoClinic.org, can I lose weight if my only exercise is walking? Answer, you might be able to lose weight by walking, but it depends on how long and how intensely you walk and what your diet's like. A combination of physical activity and cutting calories seems to help much more with weight loss than does exercise alone. Physical activity, such as walking, is important for weight control because it helps you burn calories. If you add 30 minutes of brisk walking to your daily habits, you could burn about 150 more calories a day. Of course, the more you walk and the quicker your pace, the more calories you'll burn. But balance is important. Overdoing it can raise your risk of soreness, injury, and burnout. If you're new to regular exercise, you may need to start out with short walks or walking at a light intensity, then slowly work up to longer walks or more moderate or vigorous activity. Once you've lost weight, exercise is even more important. Regular physical activity helps keep the weight off. In fact, studies show that people who keep off weight they've lost over the long term get regular physical activity. So keep walking, but make sure you also eat a healthy diet. For example, eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and limit saturated fats and added sugars. Nutrition plays a huge role, meaning you don't just walk more, you also need to fuel smarter and eat in a way that supports a sustainable energy balance. We'll get into that soon. So, what does the science say about walking itself? Walking burns calories. Simple mechanics. Walking burns energy. A 150-pound person walking briskly for 30 minutes might burn roughly about 150 calories. Walking preserves lean muscle. One of the challenges with dieting alone is losing muscle mass along with fat. Walking, especially brisk or longer sessions helps preserve lean muscle, which keeps your metabolism healthier during weight loss. Walking reduces belly fat. Studies consistently show that regular, moderate aerobic activity like walking is associated with reductions in visceral fat. That's the fat stored around abdominal organs that's linked to disease risk. Walking plus diet works better than either alone. A controlled study showed that people following both a caloric restricted diet and a walking program lost significantly more fat and improved metabolic markers like insulin sensitivity more than diet alone. The research, published in the National Library of Medicine, investigated the effects of an energy restricted diet with and without moderate walking on body weight, body composition, resting energy expenditure, and endocrine and cardiometabolic risk variables in overweight and obese participants. A 12-week randomized, two-arm, parallel, controlled, energy restricted 500 to 800 calories per day dietary intervention study was conducted in 82 men and women. Participants were divided into two groups. One group received a hypoenergetic diet, DI only, that's diet intervention only. The second group received the same DI and participated in a regular walking program of 2.5 hours per week. Results: after the 12-week intervention, body weight was significantly decreased in the DI plus walking group and the DI walking group. The decrease in body weight was accompanied by a significant reduction in total fat mass, which was significantly more pronounced in the DI plus walking group than in the DI group. Diastolic blood pressure, mean arterial pressure, LDL cholesterol, and non HDL cholesterol were similarly significantly improved by both interventions. In the DI plus walking group, insulin and the homeostasis model assessment of insulin resistance index were also significantly reduced. If you'd like to check out the full research, check the links in the podcast description. So even beyond weight loss, regular walking improves insulin sensitivity, cholesterol, and blood pressure, all supporting healthier fat metabolism. So walking does contribute to weight loss if it's done consistently and part of a broader plan. How much walking is enough? Not all walking is created equal when it comes to weight loss. Here's what research and experts suggest: 150 to 300 minutes per week of moderate walking is a good starting point for general health and modest weight loss. That's about 30 to 60 minutes most days. Walking at a brisk pace, where you can talk but not sing, increases calorie burn and engages more muscle. Interval walking, alternating slower and faster segments, can help boost daily energy expenditure. And while longer walking can help, walking alone without adjusting diet may lead to slow or minimal weight changes. That's not a reflection on walking, it's just how energy balance works. Now let's talk about how to pair nutrition with walking for optimal results. 1. Create a modest calorie deficit. You don't need extreme diets. A moderate reduction, like cutting 300 to 500 calories a day, paired with walking, can improve weight loss while preserving energy. According to smartercalculators.com, does walking help you lose weight? Walking for Sustainable Weight Loss and Holistic Health by Callista Thornway. Weight loss isn't rocket science, but it is science. It all comes down to that calorie deficit thing you've probably heard about. Burn more calories than you eat, and your body has to use stored fat for energy. Walking might not seem as impressive as those high intensity workouts that leave you in a puddle of sweat, but don't underestimate it. A 30-minute brisk walk can burn between 100 to 200 calories, depending on things like how much you weigh and how fast you're moving. It's like skipping that cookie or glass of wine, but you get fresh air and endorphins instead of feeling deprived. 2. Prioritize protein. Protein helps you feel full longer and preserves lean muscle, especially important when you're in a calorie deficit. Include a source like eggs, yogurt, beans, lean meats, or tofu at meals. 3. Balance your carbohydrates. Complex carbs, like whole grains, vegetables, and fruit, give you steady energy for longer walks while keeping your calories in a healthy range. 4. Hydrate and time meals around walks. Drinking water before and after walks helps with performance and appetite regulation. If you're walking longer than 45 minutes, a small snack with carbs and protein before can support endurance. 5. Track trends, not daily fluctuations. Weight loss isn't linear. Aim for long-term trends. Combine walking with nutrition smartly and consistently, and you'll see progress. Common misconceptions. There are some myths around walking and weight loss worth busting. Walking isn't enough. True, walking is effective, but it's more effective when part of a nutrition and activity plan. Only steps matter. Calories burned depend on pace, duration, and body weight, not just step count. According to health.clevelandclinic.org's article, Positive Steps, How Walking Can Help You Lose Weight, a consistent walking program is an effective way to drop pounds and lose body fat. If you're looking to shed a few pounds, your weight loss journey can begin by taking a few thousand extra steps a day. A dedicated walking plan can help move you toward the number you want to see on your scale. It's an easy way to burn calories and to melt body fat while also improving your overall health, says exercise physiologist Christopher Travers, MS. Hauling yourself around takes energy, and that's reflected in the calories burned while walking. A 150-pound person walking a mile in 20 minutes will burn about 74 calories, according to the American Council on Exercise Physical Activity Calorie Counter. Pick up the pace to a 15-minute mile and you torch 113 calories. If you weigh more, you'll burn more calories because it takes more energy to move more mass. Likewise, you'll burn fewer calories if you weigh less. The more calories you burn, the more likely you are to create a calorie deficit, meaning you're burning more calories than you're taking in, explains Travers. This forces your body to use stored energy, such as fat, which can lead to weight loss over time. Any discussion about walking typically starts with a popular target, 10,000 steps, which is usually about 5 miles. But all those steps don't always equal meaningful exercise. The reason why is simple. Not all steps are created equal, clarifies Travers. Think of it like this. Slowly shuffling around a store boosts your step tally, but it's not doing a whole lot from a weight loss or fitness point of view. For a true fitness payoff, walking should reach a moderate intensity level of exercise and last long enough to challenge your body. Note, at moderate intensity, you should be able to carry on a regular conversation while moving. Given that, Travers suggests counting minutes instead of steps. Ideally, you should look to get at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity, like walking, per week. That follows guidelines set by the American Heart Association. But that target is for heart health, not weight loss. To drop pounds, the activity goal rises a bit. The Physical Activity Guidelines for Americans recommends doing more than 300 minutes of exercise per week for weight loss and long-term weight management. That's an hour of activity 5 days a week. The key is to be active, says Travers. The more you're moving, the more you benefit. And the third myth, you'll have to walk forever. Even moderate walking has benefits. Starting with achievable goals and building up works far better long term. It's about consistent movement plus mindful eating, not extremes. So let's tie this all together. For sustainable weight loss, walk regularly, aim for about 30 to 60 minutes most days, choose a brisk but comfortable pace, pair it with balanced nutrition that creates a gentle calorie deficit, and include protein and good carbs, and hydrate well. Walking helps your body burn calories, preserves muscle, and supports your overall health. When combined with smart eating habits and consistency, it becomes a sustainable foundation for weight loss without burnout or deprivation. Before we wrap up today's episode, I've got something special for you. If you want a simple visual way to remember what we talked about, walking, weight loss, and smart nutrition, I've created a free infographic just for you. It breaks down the science in an easy to follow format, how walking burns calories, how much you should aim to walk each week, and how to pair your walks with nutrition that actually supports weight loss. You can download it right now, totally free, at whywalkingmatters.com. No complicated signups, just head to the site, grab the infographic, and keep it on your phone, fridge, or wherever you need a reminder to keep moving. That's whywalkingmatters.com. Your free Walking for Weight Loss infographic is waiting for you. And remember, links to all articles are always in the podcast description or show notes. Thanks again, listeners, for joining me on Why Walking Matters, the Science Explained. Happy walking!